If you want subframe connectors, these might be good ones. They might be bad ones. I honestly don't know. I haven't installed them yet. I might hate this, and this might be why I've been putting it off the whole time, but they might be great. So if you want them, this is the part number. Part number 109414, 6465 Comet Falcon. Step one, make sure the car is sitting level and is in its natural state, not twisted. Well, it's not in its natural state, but I don't think it's twisted. And I even got so far as to go and get a level and see how level do I have my car. Holy smokes, folks, that's really level. Already making progress. 2, mark the front subframe, 3¼ inch Ford of the trans cross member. Diagram 1. Read this 15 more times. Let's take it underneath the car. Pro tip, use tape so you can easily see the instructions. Okay, this I think is the subframe. This is the trans cross member that they're talking about. So you have to measure 3¼ inches forward of this, mark that, and then you are going to cut along this line to open this entire thing up so you can slide the subframe inside. Wow, what a hole. I think I got cancer. If it's already not abundantly clear which side goes where, you probably shouldn't have cut that hole in the first place. You're not up for this job. And she's in there. It is shoved in there, and in the back, it's held up in place with the floor jack. Nothing is tacked, but we are hitting this little brace right here. I would highly recommend coming in here, marking this. I'm actually gonna be serious for a second. And basically, clearancing that ever so slightly so this will go up flush and you're not having to force it up there with a jack just like that. It's day 2, we're back. Don't worry, I have many of these shirts. It's not the same one from yesterday. I got so much metal on me from cutting all that stuff out and grinding. I literally took my shirt off. It was covered in sweat and metal shavings. I had to have my wife vacuum metal off my back. It's probably the reason why I've been putting off doing this. So we're gonna go ahead. We might have to do some CAD, some cardboard aided design, because I think I'm gonna have to add some stiffeners to where this is gonna go. I'll show you what I mean in a second. My frame isn't totally perfect. We'll dive down underneath the car and I'll show you what I'm working with. So here's my issue. All looks well, right? Well, it's not, because if I get up here, see that? You can see daylight. Basically, this part of the subframe is not sitting flush with this piece right here. And I did check and make sure that nothing else is hitting. So I think I'm gonna add something on top of here, and I might even do like a fish plate right here to add some support. So we're gonna mark this, take it all off. We're gonna grind a bunch of paint off of here to give myself some room to come back and weld, make some modifications, and get this fully welded in. Well, we got our little plate welded in here. Not super in love with how my plasma cutter did on this side. I think the problem is I'm trying to run it off of 120, and it really needs to run off of 220. And I've got 220 on the wall, but I don't have the right plug adapter. So I need to make that up. But the point of this was just to bridge some of that gap you saw a second ago. I might shove it back in place and just see how it fits. If it fits really tight and I can go ahead and get a good weld, then I might go ahead and do that without the fish plate. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is use a piece of cardboard and basically mimic this little flag, but add another one in there so I can tie it up further into the frame and really get this thing solid. But doesn't need to be pretty at this point, it just needs to be functional. The other side is in, but I'm purposely hiding my weld. Don't look at them. Basically, I had some issues with my welder that I had to sort out. Some settings got messed up. I had an issue with the wire feed. Got that all sorted out, but the welds aren't pretty. They're there, but they're not pretty. Let me show you a couple things that I don't love about the fitment of these and what I'm going to do to try and rectify it. So, starting up front, this thing is slid into place. This I can work with. I can take a clamp, I can pull this sheet metal in, no problem. This is huge. They weld on this big brace right here. It's like 1/4 inch thick steel. I don't know why they don't just run it all the way back, because from where I marked from here to here, I'm gonna go ahead and add another piece of metal right here that I am going to basically, it's not gonna be the full thickness here. It's gonna be like 1/8 or 3/16 to close up this gap. So I'm gonna do that. The other thing I'm gonna do in the back, you can jack up on these things all you want with the floor jack, and you're just gonna lift the car up, which is not what you want. I can almost get a finger in there. So like I did on the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. But again, don't love it, wish you didn't have to do it, but that's what happens on these old cars when you're doing weird stuff like this. You gotta modify things. Okay, here are my modifications. Just welded on this plate right here. If I had 1/4 inch steel or whatever, I'd use it, but I don't. So this is what I had, 1/8 inch, welded that on. This time around, I went and made sure I buffed everything that I plan to weld to, which I think will help. Even though this is clean steel, I think it'll make it better. And then over here, we added another 11 inches of spacer just to stand it off from that. So hopefully it fits a little bit tighter. We'll go ahead and throw it up in the car and hopefully weld it in place. It'll go a lot quicker than the first one. Subframes are all welded in. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but I am covered and I am disgusting right now. You are gonna get disgusting too if you do this in your garage, but you should probably do it. And you should probably not put off the project that you've been putting off for so long and just go out there and do it. The car's not on the ground yet because I do have a couple other things I need to install while it's here, and then hopefully done with the suspension and all that stuff that started honestly like 6 months ago. So happy to be done soon, go out and drive the car. And then the next thing is honestly like, I gotta fix the interior. It's so bad. And then just enjoy it. All right guys, thanks for watching. See you next time on Truck and Roll.